Hearing loss is something none of us want to think about. Society makes us associate it with getting older. But there are many reasons we lose the ability to hear clearly.
And it's not just about hearing, but it's actually also about understanding those around us. Well, fortunately, technology is so advanced, hearing aids are practically unnoticeable these days. Dr. Janis Gasch from Arizona Hearing Specialists is here to tell us more about it. Dr. Gasch, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
We are talking all about this weekend, Mother's Day, and you are actually promoting, what about giving the gift of hearing?
Right. Well, not only is Mother's Day this weekend, but the month of May is always Better Hearing and Speech Month. And the purpose of Better Hearing and Speech Month is to promote better hearing. And what a perfect gift. I know you're going to talk about other gifts for moms a little bit later, but to me, the perfect gift for your mom or dad is to give them the gift of hearing. And oftentimes it is the family or friends who notice a hearing loss first. So as you've said before, sometimes you have to bring patients in kicking and screaming.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you. How do you get your mom there when she refuses?
You just make the appointment and you say, we're going together.
Or you say, we're going to get ice cream, Mom, and we have to make a detour.
Yes, well, you can do that too. But it's, you know, hearing loss is something that is oftentimes noticeable to other people before it's noticeable to the patient.
Right.
So the best thing you can do for your mom or anybody, a friend or family, is to point it out to them and give them the gift of better hearing.
I have to say, doctor, I remember we took her out to dinner after she got the hearing aids, and her face just lit up. It was like she was discovering this whole new world, being able to hear.
Because she didn't really know what she was missing, because when you have hearing loss, the hearing loss happens very gradually. And so sounds drop out, speech drops out. And a lot of times people will say, I hear you talking, but when you question them, what they're really saying is, but I don't understand what you're saying. Or you notice that how she's responding is has nothing to do with what you said.
And would you suggest that those are like two of the signs that you should look out for?
Absolutely.
Because I know a lot of people use what as just like a, I heard you, but what? You know, so you can't really go by, okay, did you not hear me, or are you just not hearing me?
But that also goes to processing and cognitive function. And there was also an article this week in Pima Council on Aging talking about auditory deprivation, and it's all related, because one of the biggest results of untreated hearing loss is cognitive decline, because we hear with our ears, but we understand with our brain. And so if the ears aren't hearing some of the sounds of speech, then the brain can't interpret it. And so you might say to the patient, put on your hat, and they look at you and say, I don't have a cat, what are you talking about? And so it's those misunderstandings. And in the beginning, it can be funny and everyone's laughing, but usually by the time we see patients in our office, they're not laughing anymore, and it just has become frustrating for the patient and the people that they care most. So
well, you have you do some seminars, and you have one coming up about ringing in the ears,
right,
and addressing that.
Right, and tinnitus or tinnitus, people can pronounce it either way, is exactly that, ringing in the ears. Some people describe it as clicking, humming, crickets. There's all different descriptions of tinnitus, but it's something that can be treated. It's not something that can be cured, but what we try and do with our seminars is educate people about the causes of tinnitus and what they can do to help themselves overcome it. And of course, the first thing is to have a complete evaluation, not only of their auditory system, but to also have a more involved tinnitus evaluation, so we can pinpoint what frequencies is the ringing at, how loud is it, because sometimes people think it's really loud, and it's not, but to them it is.
Is hearing loss a hereditary thing?
Hearing loss can be hereditary, but it can also be caused by noise. It can be caused by different medications. There are many, many different reasons. But certainly, if you know that you have hearing loss in your family, you should definitely have an evaluation.
Okay.
And you know, we're talking about, you know, society makes it so age-related hearing loss, but I think that a lot of people don't go in because of financial concerns as well. I mean, it's great that hearing aids are so tiny now, but you know, the better ones can be costly.
But hearing aids come in all different levels of technology. So one of the things that we do is we look at a person's lifestyle. So someone who might be not very active does not need the same level of technology as someone who is still working and very active. And, you know, I would encourage people to come to our seminars. We have one in Green Valley on the 15th of May, and we have one in Tucson on the 20th. And I also would like to just say that our Green Valley office was just honored as the small business of the year in Green Valley by the Green Valley Sahuarita Chamber of Commerce. So that was quite an honor that we received.
Wonderful. Well, Doctor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
And have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
And the Arizona Hearing Specialists have a location on the northwest side of town on La Cholla. To make your appointment, you can call 399-7630 or go online to arizonahearing.com. Again, that number is 399-7630 and arizonahearing.com.
Coming up on the Morning Blend, we'll get our movie update for the weekend, and we'll talk with an Arizona author about his difficult journey from being an at-risk kid to a college graduate.
Plus, sometimes you can feel like your house is a circus. We'll have the ringmaster of the domestic circus coming up right after this.